Hey YouTube, this is VSG Steve with my my 12-month update. We'll just go say 12 months. It's 12 months. 12 months in surgery for the people who are just joining me. Thanks for. I had VSG surgery back in June 2017, and my starting weight was 155.5 kilos. And as of this morning, I was 93.9 kilos. So I'll put down the rest of the stuff down the bottom, so converting it to pounds and all that kind of stuff, or it works out to being about 207 pounds. So pretty stoked about that. And one of the things that just hit me this morning, now that I'm under the 95 category, one of the people who have been watching this channel for a while will know that my big focus is around doing triathlons and fitness and all that kind of stuff now. I'm not really that concerned about my weight. But one thing that did hit me was I'm now under the fat guys level in triathlons. So in triathlons, for people who don't know, they have a Clydesdale class, and that's for the guys that are over 95 kilos. So the rest, and then you have your age group. So if I can stay under 95 kilos, it means next summer when the triathlon season starts again, I'll be in my age group, but not in the over 95 kilo class. So, which is interesting. So anyway, but yeah, so it's a great. I'm stoked. So I thought I'd just give you a bit of a kind of running update on what's been going on and things like that. I haven't done an update for about 3 or 4 weeks, and I thought my weight had actually plateaued in the last couple of weeks, but it's actually in the last week or so I've actually had a bit of a kind of drop. So I'd been ranging between about 96 and 95 kilos, and probably since about it was probably since about early May, so that's probably about the last 2 months. But I was, most of the time it's been around 96, 95, staying around there. But in the last week or so, I've actually dropped about another kilo, about a kilo and a half, 2 kilos, which I'm pretty stoked about. But as I said, I'm not that concerned about that. One of the things I think that has been is I've been rejigging my diet a little bit, and one of them has been looking at having a green. I've been having a green smoothie in the morning. I know if anyone who's around the community watching videos, the whole controversy with Dr. V and all that kind of stuff, and it's been interesting watching interactions. And I'm not. It's my view is that we pretty much can take what we want out of some of the things that he's been saying, and takes and leave those things that we don't really want to focus on. So I know one big thing that he pushes is the green smoothie, which I've actually been taking up. So, and I actually used to have a smoothie most mornings pre-surgery, and then. But in the last 2 weeks, I've started doing a green smoothie, which is just, and it's not actually by what Dr. V says. I've actually found that I need to put a little bit of protein in there in my smoothie. So my smoothie is pretty much spinach, some frozen berries or frozen fruit, plus a banana, plus an egg, and then just a little bit of milk, all mixed up. And then I have that in the mornings. Normally with a tea or a coffee. The other thing that for the rest of my day, my diet's pretty stable. I don't really veer that much out. But my morning tea, sometimes I'll have fruit, sometimes I won't need fruit. So and then lunch I normally have a quinoa salad, which I normally each Sunday I make a big quinoa salad, put it all in a bowl, and then each day I bring it out and put it in my lunch containers and take it to work. For afternoon tea, I have a Chobani yogurt, and for those people in Australia, I think there's a lot of us eating the Chobani yogurts, and they're high. It's a Greek yogurt with lots of protein and things like that. I normally have a bit of a late afternoon tea, which is normally about 5 o'clock when I'm driving home from work, which is normally a banana or so. And then, because I don't normally get a chance to have dinner until about 7:30 after I get home from work. We normally, the kids have eaten and my dinners are normally a bit mixed, so it could be chicken chicken, or a chicken with vegetables, or it could be a curry or whatever. So I haven't really got a structure for my dinner, but it's normally whatever we cook between myself and my wife. And then I end up normally having some cheese and brown rice crackers, brown rice cakes after dinner. So just a bit of a snack by the night. Because I'm doing quite a lot of exercise. Most days I try and do a run or a swim or a cycle. I'm probably putting in a lot more food than other people are, but that's mostly because of my training. So, and I'm still continuing that kind of stuff. With the training wise, I'm not sure if I mentioned on my previous video, but I actually had my bike stolen a couple of weeks ago, so it was off the bike for a couple of weeks, but I've now ended up, it gave me an excuse to upgrade my bike, and I bought a new Trek, which I've been doing lots of kilometres on, doing probably most weekends I do a ride of about 50 to 60 kilometres. I'm also doing some rides at work at lunchtime on Wednesdays, and so trying to get out on my bike as much as possible, but also still doing the running for training up for the half marathon, which I'm planning on doing at the end of July. So it's about 4 weeks off at the moment. So my long runs for that have got up to about 16 Ks. In the last week, I've actually done a PB in my 5 kilometre and my 10 kilometres. I'm now running 5 kilometres at 20. My PB for 5 kilometres 26 minutes and 46 seconds, and my 10 kilometre is 1 hour and 6. I'm pretty stoked about that 5k because I've been trying to break the 30 minute for 30 minutes for 5ks for quite a while. And my 10k, I'm still aiming to try and break that 1 hour mark. So it's getting good distance. And with my swimming, I'm doing a little bit more intensive, kind of trying to increase my speed with my swimming. So that's coming along well. Not doing this longer distance with my swimming, but just really more intensive, kind of only doing a 1500 swim or a 1600 swim or even a 1300 I did the other day at lunchtime. But doing a lot more high intensity kind of stuff, trying to get more speed in my swimming. Last weekend we had the Melbourne catch up. It was fantastic. We had about 10 people there, so it was really good. We had a range of we had a couple of people who were literally a couple of days out from surgery, all the way to Lisa, who's, I think she's 5 or 6 years out. So which is really, it was quite amazing in the sense of the broad experience around the group and where everyone's going. It was amazing getting together with those kind of people, and that's probably one thing I'd really recommend for people. We spend a lot of time watching the videos on YouTube, and we really feel like we know each other, and we chat on comments and things like that. But if you can really get face to face with people, I find it absolutely amazing. Just being able to really ask them questions, give them your experience, and that's what's so fantastic about this community, in the sense of we're all out there to achieve our goals and support each other to achieve our goals. So you feel like I've learnt so much from talking to people and learning from their experiences, and I'm feeling now that I can give back to some of those people, so give some of the newies who are coming through. So it's been fantastic. It's really great. So that's pretty much where going. One thing that I did want to mention, I mentioned this on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and it's around that kind of celebrating people talk about celebrating their surgery dates and things like that, and I think that's really great, celebrating your surgery date, but I'm really reflecting on that kind of, being that I'm 12 months out since I've had my surgery now, it's probably something that I'm not really celebrating the surgery date as much. I'm more celebrating the actual when I actually made that decision. So I feel the kind of surgeries was a part of this process, but it's been that kind of recognition for everything else I've done with my life, in the sense of changing my eating habits, changing my exercise. And I think I'll be celebrating the first triathlon that I did back in December. That's probably the date that I would really like celebrate further and see that journey that I've come along. So the last thing I just wanted to mention is I had my 12-month update with my surgeon, and just who had. It's really funny because I find that you have lots of appointments with your surgeon leading up to surgery and post surgery, but then you get to a point where 6 months, then you don't see them for 6 months, and so much can happen in that 6 months. And I was sitting down with him and saying, "Oh, where I was 6 months ago, I don't think I'd even done my. I had done my first triathlon by that stage. I've now done 2 triathlons in there. I've lost a lot more weight since then. So I think since then I've probably lost up to estimating about 14-15 kilos in that second 6 months. And it was like walking back in there, and he was like, "Oh wow, he was over the moon." And like, we had our blood tests, and he was just like, "Look, I can't fault anything you're doing." He was amazed and really, really pleased. And one of the figures that he said was, I've now lost 85% of my excess weight looking on that BSI, looking on those BSI measurements. And even though I've never really wanted to reflect on the BSI, and he also made the comment of that extra 15% of between where I am now and where I'd be on the BSI of saying BMI. He said I wouldn't be concerned about trying to aim to lose that. I'd just be just doing what you're doing, and that's where my mindset is. If I can, I never thought I'd get under 100 kilos. I was actually, when I started this process, I was aiming to probably lose 45 kilos at absolute max, and I've now lost over 60 kilos. So it's really, I'm in a state that I couldn't compare. I never expected I'd be able to get to where I am. So that's about it. Everyone, I haven't been watching a lot of weight loss surgery videos, but I've actually been watching lots of cycling videos and triathlon videos and all that kind of stuff. So if I haven't been commenting on your videos, I'm sorry, but I'm hoping to get back into some videos and keep people on track. So, all right, guys, great to speak to you all, and I'll speak to you all soon. See you later.